Oh my gosh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. It's been many weeks. I apologize for this. I would say it's not my fault, but I mean, I'm the one that prioritizes my time, right? I've got client work that's been getting in the way. I got sick for a week. I had a gigantic migraine that took me out for basically the rest of that weekend. My kids had a really busy week. With school coming up, their last week without school was stupid busy. And then I sat down to record today, and we had a big storm, and power and internet went out for a couple days. It's just ridiculous. I'm very sorry about that, but we're back, such as it is, into Workers and Resources. If you want to see what's happening in Charlybinsk, well, right now, I'm leveling the ground. Doing it while paused. I have to do it while paused. I'm leveling the ground over here by the airport. Aeropuerto. Let's just get out of this. So over here, I'm trying to make it level, I think, with this area because we're going to be manufacturing planes right here and stuff. And then I thought we should probably make all the runways and stuff kind of to go with that. And it doesn't really matter where the airport's like welcome center and all that stuff is because roads can get in wherever. So I'm going to level it all out, and that means this is going to sit up really elevated. It's going to be way above the planes, which I kind of feel like that's okay. It's not really a bridge, but it's going to feel like a bridge. And it's possible that we can even have a tunnel with the difference in elevation this is going to be. Because remember, we're going down to this elevation. So with this elevation to this elevation, I might be able to get a tunnel in here and then have that be sort of like the on-ramp and off-ramp for this. Could be a tunnel. I just have to make sure I'm negotiating with this. Okay, but I mean, this is fine. This is only a tunnel because the mountain's there. So I think there's a chance it could be. Anyway, so I'm doing this. I've almost got the Discord logo going on here. I guess I could get the little things up here too. Anyway, working on that too. It's not a huge important thing because the airport's kind of far away still, but it is what it is. It's fine. We're at nearly 80 million rubles and $2.5 million. What are we going to spend that stuff on? Well, I'd like to talk a little bit about making boats. We have this area over here that's been getting worked on this whole time, but I paused it because I had other things I'd like to build. And yeah, honestly, there's plenty of workers over here. If I take a look at this bus station, there's plenty of people here that want jobs. We have a 6% unemployment rate right now. And that's just because the buses aren't coming here frequently enough. I just need more buses. I don't want more buses on the same routes because then they kind of crowd the end stations and stuff. I want a different route. And I want also construction. And so I'm going to have this construction office. I'm going to go over here. It is auto searching, but I'm going to make sure I assign it to certain things that I can get it to. So we're going to do this one and this one and that one. It doesn't look like I can do this one. Okay. So I can't do this one without the helicopters. I can't do this one until this little bit here is done, and I can't get this little bit here done until this is done. So that's fine. Those priorities are fine. So I want to get that going, but you can see kind of how this is going to work with making boats on this side. We're going to have an auto repair place here, and then the auto repair place uses the warehouse, which admittedly, I think this warehouse is a bit big. I don't think I need it to be quite this big, but this is how big it is. And then, because it reaches, is basically it. And then we have the open storage, which will have the steel and the wood and stuff. So we're going to have this, using the same storages as the dry dock is. But to get these resources here, I can't just bring them in with a train. It's a little hard to do. There's no tracks right here. There's the metro, but that obviously isn't going to store materials. It's not going to deliver materials. And so I thought, we're on the water anyway, and we have this wonderful boat over here, and we could bring steel and all this. I could have a little barge. It's like a little boat, especially over here. I could deliver the steel and stuff here and just have a little boat go from here to here and just deliver it. It's whatever. We don't clog the roads, and we're not using this little patch of water anyway. So I think what I'll do is we're going to grab another medium harbor. A small one might actually be fine. A small boat that just comes in and does it. It might be fine. You can save a little bit on materials by doing this. But I have a bunch of space, right? And then I'm also thinking about passengers. Like, we could bring passengers here to make boats too. And we have this, passenger harbor. If I want to have like a medium passenger harbor, well, it's going to be a little big, right? So I could do something like this. We could get the passengers in maybe closer so they could walk there. And then they park on the, maybe not. Hang on, there it goes. Yep, right there. They can come in like this, all right? Passenger boats come in here. They bring them to go to work. Done. There's also a passenger harbor over here already, just in case we wanted to have it. But honestly, they could just walk to here and then have a passenger boat bring them here too. It's little tiny things, but it could work just fine. I'm being flexible here with the water. If I have other people who are maybe in Magnitograd, which I want to start working on moving all of this stuff over here, and so that I can start populating this area, I could have more people living here. And then those people could work in steel. Those people could work in the nuclear industry, right? We could have, with enough space, we could have another underground tunnel with the roads. And I have this little road right here ready to do it. Because this one here is kind of zigzaggy, but it goes all the way over here, which is fine. They can just get onto the other side. But maybe I have a more direct route from here. Or I could get the tunnel to come on this side and bring it over. There's options. The point is, I can have people here, and those people can work here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at too. I want to move this over there too. And so we'll work on that too. But I just have a lot of construction projects, and if I don't let the game run, then nothing gets done. And that's just what needs to happen. The game has to run a little while in order for things to get done. But then like building and planning things while it's running is more difficult too. So we'll unpause it for now. And we'll throw a little party here. We'll say Happy New Year. Ta-da! And there's an epidemic immediately. Is this foreshadowing another epidemic coming at the early 2025? Okay. Ministry of Health has put out a warning about the increasing number of sick citizens. For now, it does not seem as though the infection is affecting the health of patients too seriously. Well, okay. We should probably look at increasing our health. So how about we go like this? And I already had the vaccinations. So we'll go at increased birth rate. And that way, anyone who dies, we can replace them quickly. I already have 7% unemployment. I'm not sure why I did that, but it's fine. Passenger boats will be there. So anyway, to get the resources over here, though, I'm going to need another harbor that we can move the stuff for. So maybe we'll just do another cargo harbor if it fits here. And it may not fit. So I may actually have to do the passenger boats. Maybe I do the passenger boats on this side. You know what? Let's do the passenger boats on this side. We can go like this. And we can go instead like so. I know this fits here, which is kind of why I was annoyed that I couldn't get in there. But right here, I know it'll fit. I thought it was going to be green for me, but it looks like I'm going to have to hold down the button for a little bit. I saw it green before, but I think I altered the terrain while I'm putting the passenger one now, and now it doesn't do it. So we'll just hold the button down here. There we go. So we get this, and then with this in place, boats bring the supplies to build the boats, and then we just have trucks move them into position, and that's fine. We'll set up a distribution office over here to do that too. Whatever. But now we can get a passenger harbor. I'll place it over here now. I should be able to fit it in here, I thought. I think actually it needs to be a little bit steeper. You know, it needs the terrain needs to drop faster in order to do that. So we're going to go like this. That's probably all I need. But you can't be too shallow with these things. You got to let the boats get in all the way. Passenger harbor, right? Oh, not quite, huh? Just a wee bit. Ah, there it is. Right there. Good. Okay, then. So, yeah, we can bring people here, too, you know? And then they can just walk over and work in this place. They can work in the air, in there, yep. And then, I guess they might even be able, if we do it right, they might even be able to walk over here and work in heat. It's possible. You know, there's a possibility, but anyway, so more things in the harbor. Cool, right? All right. Let's head over here. And I wanted to take a look at this side and show you the progress that's going on in nuclear. There's not that much progress, admittedly, because mostly it's helicopters. And, you know, helicopters are great, but they have a lot of things to do. There's a lot of cranes and stuff set up in here, but there's not a lot of workers here. Most of that has to do with the fact that we started most of our stuff on working on the roads. You can see there's a lot of people just standing around, I guess. Waiting for asphalt, probably, yeah. on the roads. And these roads go all the way around and all the way over there, right? Now, we'll eventually have a bridge that's going to bridge this side over to this side over the track. So that'll eventually happen. And then they don't have to go all the way around just to get over here. But for now, that's how that works. And what I was thinking of is because we have this done, the tracks aren't done yet. So I need to get a track builder over here to finish this. But if we can get this part done and taken care of, and I'm going to need a cross too, aren't I? I am. Yes, I'm going to need this to cross too. We'll do that. Maybe we'll do it over here. Like this little part right here, right after all these tracks merge together. We could do it right here. Hang on. Let's take this right after this part here. I can't do it there. I had to do it here. So right, like this, 1, and then 2. We can cross there. Now this one here has its own merger, so that's fine. This has its own merger too. Oh, okay. They both have their own. Well, shoot. Then I guess I should probably do it here then. Just to give it... The idea is the train comes in this side. Want them to also be able to leave, not get in anyone else's way, right? And there are little trams that are going to be bringing people here. So, yeah, I don't really need to do this here. We could have the whole thing be an intersection just fine, I think, without putting it all the way over here. So why don't we cancel this and cancel this? Let's do that. Make sure we didn't cancel any of these things. Those are still pending construction. So I think we'll do it here instead. Just take these out, and then we'll do it right here. 1. Oh, that's... Hang on. F4. Thank you. All right. Should be able to do it there. And then also... Like... Oh, well, like... Oh. Is that the right track? I feel like it's the right track. Yeah, that's the right track. Should be able to do this. It's a very quick little junction, but... You know, now that I look at this, what if a regular train comes in here? Their butt's going to be sticking out, aren't they? All right. You know, I'm indecisive as hell, all right? That's just how it goes sometimes. You know what? I don't care anymore. We're going back to the original plan. We're going back to the original plan. We're going to put it here, all right? Put my foot down, all right? This is it. No more decision making. It's been made. Decision's made. It's there. All right. So we're going to say boom, boom. Yep. And then the trains come in and start building things here. So we'll say like that is where the train is. Now I need my track builders, which are very busy trains. They're so busy, and I would love to have more of them, but I just don't have the workers right now. If I had to do another one, though, I would want it to be somewhere in this area so that these guys could walk to it. That'd be great. But it's just not feasible. So we're going to do those. Make sure we finish this. All these tracks in here, I guess. But what I want to be a higher priority here, what I'm looking for is for this one to be a high priority and this one to be a high priority. And that way we can get the trains to come in this way, drop people off, and then they can come back and merge and get out of here, right? And then they can come all the way over here, come out this way, merge back on, and now the tram can take people, right, all the way back to the station. That's the whole point. And then they can also take them to steel. But I have plenty of buildings here, these prefabs, plenty of prefabs. I can't say that very easy. I have plenty of prefabs that have no people in it. My God, there's another P word. Plenty of prefabs without people. Okay, come up with a tongue twister in the comments. I'll make me laugh. All right, anyway. So lots and lots of prefabs here that don't have any people in them. And so, you know, we have plenty of room to expand. But I don't want to invite new people in or make new housing available until we get the unemployment rate to be a bit lower. Like I'm thinking maybe 2% or so. At the point we're at 7%, this is less about having people and more about moving the people we already have. So I need to do something about that. But if I could get that to happen and this train track is done and I can get trams to move out that way, then I can get new labor from that side of Magnitograd to just walk over to these construction sites, and there's our labor to build these buildings. Speaking of labor for these buildings, they're going to be coming here, and at the moment they can only walk to these two buildings. Can only walk to there and here. Okay? We obviously want them to be able to walk to the nuclear plant. and also this one over here, and also this one over here. Eventually, we need all those things to be accessible. Now, if we go over to the walking paths, we can see that there's an access point right here, and these two things are in this middle area. And then there's also over here, and then this actually has very little for walking paths. It's all on this, it's all on this side. And so to get in there, we're just going to use the main road. And that means they're going to have to walk in the road, and then they'll have this probably a somewhat long road in here. But as long as they reach this point of the building, they'll finish their walk in. So what I'm thinking is, and we want them to work in here too, right? Yeah. So what I'm thinking is having a couple of different overground I want overpasses. And it's just for the looks. I'm thinking overpass for the looks instead of using the tunnels. I don't know, blasphemy. No tunnels? Yeah. So I'm going to have it be kind of like this, I think. We can go here, I suppose, as one of them. Yeah, because we're actually going to have this walking path just go through the track there to get to this part. But I want them to be able to get over here. They may not be able to do that, right? I think, yeah, I had that actually closed off. So they're not getting over here without that. Never mind. Okay. New plan then is just to get them over into this area then. Because they'll access this. I was going to put a walking, like a tunnel, not a tunnel, a walking staircase thing right here. And that way they could walk into this walking path as well as here. But it really doesn't matter. And we can also have parking lots over here too. And then they can just walk in here from the parking lots. So we can have that too. I do think it's probably an okay idea to have no parking lots accessible, or no parking lots access the nuclear plant itself. Because remember, if you use personal cars, they reserve their work spot when they begin their journey, which means our nuclear fuel plant will never have max people in there, which isn't a huge deal because it's a nuclear power plant. We're probably not going to get close to, maxing it out this year, this calendar year, real life, right? But if I'm going to export a lot of power, then it's really handy to have a whole bunch of people in there. Ideally, though, I think most people are going to be driving their cars to get over into this area. And then, of course, we have trains coming in, so plenty of people that way, too. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll have this walking path come over. We're going to have it zigzag a little bit, and then it's going to end up coming in right about like this. That's going to be fine with me. Then we'll put the steel ones. I like the way the steel ones look. We're going to put the steel ones right here. And it's going to go over on this side, and man, would I like it to... I don't really want it to do that, to be honest. There's no reason to come down into this middle section. And then if I do this, I can't get to it because this is all factory connections. All right, fine, you win. Or maybe we all win because everyone knows tunnels are superior to everything anyway. We all win. Okay, so underpass. We have different ones now. What is the pergola? I don't know what this is. I've never heard of a pergola. Someone in the comments will tell me. That's pretty cool too. Is this like it's like a bridge thing? I'm not sure what that is. It's in the underpass category, so that's very interesting. I almost want to use it just to see what it's about, but at the same time, there's a walking path on both sides of this thing. What happened? How do I connect to it underground? You know what? I'm not gonna use it right now. But if somebody wants to tell me how that works, that'd be great. Because you see how this one, it has walking path connections underground. This one doesn't. They're both above ground. Same thing with this one here. So I'm not really sure how that works. I've never heard of those things before. Somehow they got added and I didn't know. Anyway, we'll go right here with it, I guess. So pedestrian underpass there. And then another pedestrian underpass will be just right over here. This is fine. Right, like this. Okay, and then the tunnel will just go from here and meet up right over there. That's it. Very easy. Done. No fussing around with whether or not we can maintain stairs. We don't have to do that now. And then on this side, I still want to have some bridge, though. I was really looking for that to be a thing. Can we have one bridge? And I think the answer is still no. Just because of where things are positioned, it just makes more sense to do a tunnel. So, okay, never mind. Tunnel it is. This tunnel will start right here, I guess. And it will pop out on this side. It's a pretty short tunnel. It's fine. And then short tunnels are really easy to build. So there we go. There's that. And then these walking paths will just go, yeah, like here and there. And then this will just connect like that. And that's how we'll connect every building. So with that done, we should see every building is now accessible. Well, once this is built and we connect it to this road that's unfinished, right? I want them to finish the road, but assuming the road gets finished, then yeah, they'll be able to connect here, no problem. Here, it'll be the same thing, no problem. It'll be like this. They'll just come out to the road like that, right? And then this walking path will be right over there, and that'll connect too. All right, so that's going to be taken care of. And then over here, you can see that these two are going to be accessible as well. It's saying no on this, but I don't know why it would say no. You're definitely... Oh, hang on. Try this. Yeah, this one's accessible because of this road this road is done. But now with that connected, now we should see it both. There we go. All right, so all of this stuff is now connected. And that's all we wanted from that. So underground tunnels, that's my go-to for everything, it seems. Cool. All right, so we talked about the airport. We talked about nuclear. We talked about building ships. I would like to check in really quick. I realize it's bad frame rates. Come on. I would like to check in really quick on Warstock to see how far progressed they are over here. Oh boy, it is taking a while, isn't it? Well, they got the parking lots done. That's important. I also noticed that this building had no sewage and it was overflowing because staff started working here without my permission. It's just the default thing that happens. Anyway, so I added a sewage tank here to cover every building that's in this area and anything that I might put over here. And then that's just connected with a small pipe into the same right here. And then we have one more in on that side already. And then there's another one here that will eventually connect here if needed for additional, have additional connection points. Okay. So that'll take care of the sewage demand over here. It's like we have some reconstruction going on over here. 69% productivity, 51% wear and tear, and we're already getting close to done with it. Cool. Good heat as well. Not maxed out, but it's good. It's enough for them to survive, and that's really all that matters. They can survive. It's a survivable amount. Not like the food situation. The food situation is not my favorite thing in the world. It's got enough crops. This right here is full, but it's not making food fast enough. So we definitely need more people over here, which is what I'm hoping that this house will do. It'll provide people to work the jobs that are here so that more of these people will work over in food. That's the ideal. We'll see how that goes. This grain storage is a little less than half full. This one should be basically full. Yep, indeed it is. Okay, cool. So plenty of food for everyone as well. We need winter to be done. I need it to be done now. So I'm going to let this run a little bit. And when winter is done and things are moving a little bit faster, we can pick up where we left off. Look, also, just real quick before we do that, the tunnels are done for the metro all the way up into here. And now we just need to start our descent back into underground over here. And that will be the last time that these trains will be above ground making our metro all the way until they get to that little spot that I put in over by the, right here, the other track. This will be the last time. This will be the very next time that they get above ground is right here. Just for the sake of doing so, I put that there. Yep. And then fuel looking pretty decent. No more oil, but, it is what it is. Train will be coming. All right. Let me let this run a little while. Enjoy the slideshow. Just kidding. It's going to be more than a slideshow. It's the frame rates, man. Anyway, enjoy the montage. still having fuel problems, man. It's just not quite getting made as fast as I'd like. And, you know, I can disable helicopters to help with that. And obviously moving trains to electric, we know, we're trying. I'm trying, okay? It's just a lot of track. But besides that, there's not much I can do about it other than increasing production, right? I've still got 388. We have enough, right? It's not like we're at a deficit or anything. We got a good amount of oil here, and we're processing it at an okay pace. I would like to see more people get into the refinery, but it's kind of an off and on thing. They kind of come in waves, so every once in a while we'll get up to 400 or so, but it does tend to hang around that 200 mark usually, and I would like to see more consistently being there. But this is a fuel source that is... that's just a single fuel source. It's the majority fuel source. It's what most of our trains need to do. But then there's this train here, right? And this is one that brings a bunch of fuel to Zernovsky. And Zernovsky's having a hard time with fuel. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and... I think I'm going to tell this thing to go ahead and take what it's got. 109 tons. Zernovsky's having a hard time with fuel. So if I head over here to Zernovsky's fuel tank, this thing is almost always empty. Now that said, pretty much every gas station has a supply of gas. And there are a lot of gas stations in Zernovsky because there are a lot of cars in Zernovsky. And I want them to be able to kind of fuel up wherever they are, spread out, right? That's kind of how we go. So pretty much every gas station in Zernovsky has a good supply of fuel going for it. But the tank itself, the reserve tank, is always empty. Maybe this means I'm just super efficient and I'm just making things at the peak of what I need, and I'm not going super excessive, right? But in this game, especially with a pipeline having been invested, which is more than paid for itself by now, it's no big deal, but with having a pipeline underneath the ground all the way to the border, I want to be excessive, right? I want to get a whole bunch of fuel. So I'm just going to need to suck it up a little bit longer. It's not quite short yet, but I don't want to add a whole lot more vehicles to the road, basically. We have this technical service office is done. I've now deleted that field entirely. And this technical service office, I just bought all these cars. So these trucks and stuff, they're kind of getting in there. But what I'm hoping it does, right, is empty out this biological waste, which it's not overflowing anymore, so that's great. I want these things to just keep this down. And obviously, there are a lot of garbage trucks here, so it can also help all around the place, too, with all the garbage and stuff that's over here. And I think, yeah, these are the small ones, so I need to get small garbage trucks as well, which I have some room for a couple more, I think, here. I also have 2 water trucks, 2 water trucks and 2 sewage trucks, and then 4 snowplows. So there's a variety of things in here. But I am gonna need more of the small garbage trucks. And what's in this one? This one is these three small ones in this one. I don't have a whole lot of room left. I might want to consider moving one of these things around. Let's stop this. We'll see if we can put you over here by the other waste. Can I get you over here? No. I would really like to move you somewhere else. Just so I have enough. I don't know if this is a good call. That's a distribution office. Probably not there. Tell you what, why don't we, because we're bound to have more garbage at some point, right? So why don't we go ahead and just put it over here in that road depot, get it out of here, and then in this technical service office, we'll go ahead and buy 2 more of these small ones just so we can have a little bit more coverage on that. I've read your comments. I've tried everything I can think of. This thing's in here to get repaired, right? Yes, repair in progress. I've tried everything I can think of. I cannot get this out of here. Every single comment you've left, I've tried it. It has not worked. If you know how to get this out, I'm going to leave this in the Workers and Resources Discord as well and try to get some support that way. That's like the last thing I haven't tried yet. I have no idea how to get this stupid locomotive out of this depot. It just doesn't work. You cannot attach it to a diesel locomotive. You cannot attach it to anything. I can't attach it to anything. It's a metro train. I want it to go to the scrapyard and scrap it. We bought it for dirt cheap. And it just keeps getting repaired. because it's connected to this. These guys keep repairing it, which is not what I want. I should probably just say, you know, don't allow for repair. I probably should just do this. Don't force repair. No. How do I tell this to above 90%? You know what? Just above 90% is what we're gonna do. But because I didn't notice it was getting repaired until just now, and I'm pretty can't believe I didn't notice it. Anyway, yeah, snow's gone. We're doing the best we can. Let's take a look really quick at Warstock. And we do have one house done. That's good. We desperately need this thing to complete before I can let people live here. And then once I let people live here, I think we're going to be great on food in this area because we can have consistently more people working food in this area and we won't be short anymore over here. But everything else is looking pretty good over here. As far as like electronics and stuff go, though, 74% have a radio, 45% have television. And if I click on my TV station, I currently only have 1,400 viewers out of 80,000 people. Now, I'm not sure what a good number is here, but I've 44.6% of my population have a television. So that's a potential broadcast outreach of just over 21,000 people. And of those 21,000 people, 1,400 viewers. It's starting to look a little bit like my YouTube channel here, okay? That's what I'm saying. We got many, many, many more subscribers than viewers, right? And I need to figure out how to fix that, both in the game and otherwise. We have radio station. This one here is 35,000 listeners, but only 903. Yeah, the potential outreach is 35,000. We only have 900 listeners. So I don't know how to fix that part. Maybe it's a staff issue where you have more staff, therefore you have more listeners. I don't know if that's really the case because I do notice staff dropping as current audience going up. That's been happening. So I don't think that's entirely the case. It might just be a random thing, right? People have radios, but they don't have them on. Maybe if I make them more fun, that could be an option, right? Just like, I don't know, add more entertainment and more culture, things like that. Maybe they'll be more prone to listening if I do that. Possibly. So this building is progressing very slowly. This one's canceled because it's only work days now. And I believe we have the train track done, at least up to the point where we can get a tram in here. Good. Okay, so let's talk about the trams. So I think what I want to do here, I forgot about the trafo. I didn't place that in here yet. That's why nothing has power. And there's a chance I might build here. It's a little close to this, but I mean, pollution-wise, it's not that close. We could maybe get away with it. Right? And in the winter time, this goes yellow right here, but I think we might be able to get away with it and building something here. So why don't we maybe set up the tram stuff over here? So right about here, where we're not going to do anything else, I'm going to put in a tram trafo. Here it is. And I think I'm going to put that maybe right up against the road. Just like make it really close by. Something like that, okay? Then what I want to do is we're going to get a road with tram track just to go a little bit further. About there's fine. And then I need to have, is in the depot section? Depot, right here. Tram by 4? No. Let's do a tram end station right here. I don't know if it has to be exactly straight on. I kind of feel like I want it to be. I don't know why. I don't know why I care about a 90-degree angle, but I kind of want it. There we go. We'll do something like that. No idea if it's actually 90 degrees, but whatever. And then we have the tram depot 8X. I think we'll go with a 4X. I don't think there's really a reason to go that big. We can flippy flop it just to kind of keep it a bit more about here, I think. And let's do it this way. That's fine. So put the building about here, let's say. Okay. There we go. So that's our little tram area. And as long as we hook up power here, then that'll provide power to the entire road. That'll be good. Okay. And then we'll have power through here. And then this is already powered. At least it will be if it's not already. I'm pretty sure it is already. I don't see any marks. These are not powered. But this is the tram road, which I'm pretty sure will flow through the station. So yeah, all of this will end up being powered. Okay, cool. So we'll lay that in, and that's how we're going to handle our trams. And this is a big wide open area anyway. We're not going to do a whole lot of stuff here. If I do anything here, it will be stuff that doesn't need people. You know, distribution offices, technical service offices, etc., etc. And in fact, this is probably a pretty good spot for technical service offices. The trams don't need to worry about plowing. Like, they don't care about plows. So this road really doesn't need that. But this stuff does. And I don't really have a whole lot for technical service offices out this way. So, especially for all of this stuff too. So this might actually be a good opportunity to put some in here. So let's say technical service offices, we're going to do 15. And we can place this over here, kind of out here where the parking lot is. I can put one like maybe over here. This ought to be fine. Pop one right there. And this can also handle garbage and stuff too. Yeah. Just one for now. I mean, I have room for a whole bunch more stuff if I need it, but I'm going to start spreading things out just a little bit more, especially when it's regarding the big nuclear plant stuff. Like, there's nothing in this area. This is all wide open. All right. I mean, this is even too close, but I'm leaving it. But like, normally I wouldn't want something this close to a nuclear power plant. It's a little bit close for my comfort if I'm thinking about things like real life, right? Because people work here and, you know, nuclear. Anyway, let's go over here. Yeah, we're going to have you ignore the light. I gave you guys a quick preview in the montage of the FPS camera for these tunnels. They look pretty cool. These tunnels are... Let me just slow it down a little bit here. It's kind of crazy. Here we go. These tunnels are pretty cool. I do notice that the pipes and stuff that are running along the edges and stuff, they don't actually match up. They're very glitchy and staggery, but I don't think that's really a big deal. This is a game that... oh, then the track ends right here, and it has to start building it again. This is a game where you really don't need to... you know, you're not going to be looking underground like that all that often. There are both track builders are down there, too. Working on the metro, man. Going this direction now. They're going to work their way over to this station, and then, yeah, we keep going all the way around this way to this station here. That's over by food production. Then we go through here. This goes up above ground, and then we connect with the other track builders on the other side after we hit this station, and this station, and this station. And then finally we connect with the other one. So there's still a lot to go. But look at the underground stuff, man. There's a lot going on under there. And, you know, at a glance, I can't even tell you what things are. I mean, this right here is like a lot of that's just the underground tunnels for the cars, which is working pretty well. There's no traffic jams at all in this area. It's great. The only traffic jams that we see ever in this area are the points in which they are exiting this area. Pretty much. Going into the area, very, very smooth. Exiting the area, sometimes this gets a little bit slow here. And of course, you guys are aware of the part over here where it gets a little bit slow, which that doesn't really happen much anymore either, because both tunnels are done. And the cars do opt to use the tunnels pretty often. If it is the most optimal route, they don't have to deal with intersections as much, so they do opt to use these tunnels to go straight through. And so that has fixed the problem over here on this side too. It's pretty nice. This kindergarten has a lot of waste. And this is another end station to deal with, potentially. End stations. Should I put... So I have the trolley, or I have the tram end station. I think I should get another bus end station over here. We got this one. But we got cars that are going to be coming from this side and going over here too. The buses and stuff that'll come through here. So I don't know. And I haven't really figured out what to put in this side here yet either. Something fun, probably, but barely anyone lives here right now, so I haven't bothered with it. It's mostly these guys over here, and they've got various facilities to keep them busy. You know? Which all of these are all in access. Like, these guys can access these too. They're not too far away. But, there, you know, aerodrome and stuff is already there. Heat's looking pretty good. Meat storage is great. Over here, we got... a little short on food on this side, and, you know, I kind of feel like this extra distribution office, it just has the 2 locomotives and it has boxcars, and that's it. Only boxcars. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to get these guys added as a job over here. I'm kind of double dipping the stops right now, which was not really my intention to double dip these stops. Like I made this with the intention of, you know, being able to expand on what I can push out this way, but it's just adding more trains to the setup. And I don't want them to all go the same way, but I will have a little bit of crossover until I can delete one. And of course the electric tracks. Let's check in really quick to see how our extra forklifts are doing. So all of our forklifts arrived and they're all out and working at the moment. I gave you guys a little bit of a preview of forklifts in the montage as well. And I just want to see how good they're doing. So if we look at here, you can see we have mechanical components, electrical components, lots of plastic in here. Good source of electronics in here too. This place is not complaining. Very good. You're not complaining, but you are having a really hard time keeping up. The industrial steel mill is not making steel fast enough. Part of it has to do with coal. It does run out every once in a while, but a lot of it is just workers. The buses and stuff dropping workers off. They aren't dropping off enough workers, and I need them dropping off more. I just do. I want to have more people in here. Am I seeing lights flicker? Yes. I'm not sure for what reason, but yes. Ignore the fire. Train waiting too long is what I want to look at here. This is all about the metro. Go. I take a look. Do you have a train on this side working? Is that why? No. Why would you... Is it all one section? Is that why? All blue? All the way around? So these guys working the other side are disrupting you from going. Is that what I'm seeing? I can fix that. I think. I don't think we do signals with with Metro though, do we? Do we do signals with Metro? Yeah, we should. I think. I can't do it here though. Let's go underground really quick. It won't let me put a signal here. Normally you can put a signal on these, but I guess not. No, I can't put a signal for the Metro. It looks like. I wanted to you know, I mean, I know the trains can't stop. There's no intersections or anything like that, which is kind of why you don't need them. But, I mean, the train is stopping. It's not entering the section because this is a different section. Going into this is a different section, and there's right there. Yeah, we can have signals right there. Oh, here's what we can do. Maybe I can only put the signals above ground. So maybe that's where this comes in. Maybe we go like this. That'll separate them. That'll keep them separated. And now they won't get in each other's way because I think this train wasn't going in there because this section, you know, that blue was the same section as the other side over here that they're working on. So like that gets in each other's way. And I've been having to do that over here too. I've been having to say, hey, trains, ignore the light. And I think that will solve it. So I guess we'll find out as things go. They haven't done much with this yet. I mean, they delivered resources and some basic work was done, but everything is slow. Building everything is slow. And it's because we're building so much spread out, and the workers have to get to very far places from where they are. And it's not ideal, but it's what we got. I'm going to let it run just a little bit longer to see if I can change that narrative to it's what we got and it's what we want at the same time. It's going to take me a while. I'll see you in, I don't know, July. Okay, actually, not quite July. I noticed something. I'm going to pause it here, actually, because I don't want it to run anymore. So I've been checking my police stations to see how crime was. I keep checking police stations. I want to see if they're getting backed up. And, you know, I got a lot of things on my plate. I'm not focused on everything. This is a multitasking game. I think most of you guys can see there's a lot of stuff to pay attention to here, so it's easy to overlook the fact that your courthouses are getting overflowed. And apparently it was bad last year, too. We had over 1,100 cases that expired last year. over 280 so far this year, and it's now about April 1st. So we have to deal with a lot of this stuff expiring right now. Our courthouses are overloaded, and that means we need more courthouses, but it's also going to mean we're going to need more prisons. That's just got to happen. So we're back on that task. We're back to dealing with crime. So I'm adding another police station here. I'm not sure it's going to be needed. To be honest, I think another courthouse here is a better fit for this area. But I wanted to get the police here because I don't think there's a whole lot of coverage. Yes, we have this one, but I'm thinking ahead, and I'm thinking also maybe we would probably want to have something that can respond to nuclear as well. So here's what I'm going to do instead, I think. I'm going to take this out of here, and we're going to put a courthouse right here. I may even put two. Yeah, I want a big courthouse. Now, we have this big Rand Tower. That is also a building that I think maybe serves as a courthouse because it's in the courthouse list. I was planning on putting that in Charlottesville North. It's a big old tower as a courthouse. But I haven't bothered. I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to probably look at doing that, but I haven't done it yet. So I think this building is going to go right here, across the street from all these orphans. It is close enough for these buildings to work there. That's the important thing. So we're going to pop that down right there. I may look to put another one here, but it's getting kind of close to that. And, you know, honestly, let's actually do it this way. Let's put the police station over here. And what I'm hoping for here is it's on this road, so they can go this way and respond if they need to, right? And get over into the roundabout and stuff if they need to. But they can also really quickly get on this road and drive all the way out and respond to crimes out that way. At least I'm hoping that they can. So we're going to put it over here, and this is a little bit far away, but it is still close enough for some of those buildings to work here. So we should have a consistent workforce. So I'm going to go right about here with it, I think. Right there. And then we'll have the road for this go out like that. And then we'll have to look at, you know, getting walking paths and stuff going. But this becomes a big old priority, doesn't it? So we want Magnitograd offices in here. I need to have the roads done. Let's just get it going. Should I even bother paving this road, or should I just... The helicopters will start, right? We get the paved road. I don't think there's a reason for it. To be honest, like, just to get it built really quick, I think we should just do it this way. If I was to connect this with a dirt path, can we still get people in there? Yes. Quite a few houses can still work there, and that's important. So we're just going to leave it like this for now. And actually what we'll probably do is this as well. Just move that over like that. And then I can have, you know, one of these paved, I guess. We can probably do... eventually I want to have all these paved right here. So I think we'll probably pave this one. Let's just get that one to be paved right there, and they'll do it on their own time. But this becomes a very important thing for us to build. So Magnitograd's going to do this. This is a high priority, and we're going to need another one too. That's not the only one we can have. We got to have another one. So courthouse over here, maybe, with the workers from the palace being able to reach it, I would think. Put another courthouse on this side. So if I put one right, of course that prompts me to have to build the palace now, but I was going to build it anyway, right? So, and maybe this is where we put in the big building. I don't know if this actually counts as a courthouse. That's the thing. I hope it does, because it's really cool. But it's also very tall, so let's just make sure it's not taller than the palace. No, I don't think so. The palace is still quite tall. We could put this over here like this. Just this big building kind of... I don't know, I kind of liked how open this was over here, though. Having this big, tall building right there, I don't think that works. How about here? There's a spot here. This is really central to everything. We could totally get workers here, right? Well, they coming in from the bus station. There we go. Yeah, we just have to get walking paths in, and there, all those guys can work there. Yep, as soon as the walking path connects, we're good. Okay, so we're gonna put this right here instead. This is where this building goes, and I'm thinking probably right. This is gonna make it to where we can't use those rails, but to be honest, I probably wasn't gonna use them anyway. So we're gonna say right about here is gonna be where this building goes. Right, let's say a little bit more there. We're going to place that building right there. And then let's get... No, that path is already marked correctly. That is with the lights. Yep. And then we'll just have this become a road that goes in right here. No big deal. Okay, helicopters are focused on this building as a top priority. And we're going to need to get road crews and stuff going in on that one and that one. We want these, at least this one, to be a priority, a big priority, so that we can get additional workforces in here. And then once that's done, everyone who works over here, they're probably going to be things like, yeah, we can't work because there's not enough kindergartens. Holy shit. That's a lot of kindergartens, man. Kindergarten is a problem. I had 2 of them. Apparently that isn't enough. Well, no, I have 2 regular schools. 1 kindergarten. You know, maybe a kindergarten will fit right here next to this building. That's not a bad idea if it fits. Kindergarten. This is a really big one. Does it fit here? Because it'd be cool if it did. I wouldn't even care about... Oh, that might work right there. Yep, right there. That works. Pop that building in right there. We kind of took out all the trees in that area, didn't we? But it's necessary. We have to do it. So this goes... I could cross here, but I think this is good enough. I think this will still allow foot traffic to get there. Come on. Yes? Yes, all the foot traffic can get there. Perfect. Okay, so build this too. And this will be... The road crews will be on this one as well. And we'll assign that to helicopters for now. And then I think actually if I go like this, we should be able to get road crews in there now, right? Yes. Because this is a building that only has the walking paths. So we just have to be able to get in there. And from there, I want to get additional labor going too. So we'll take this office and we'll make sure that this office, which is auto searching, but we're just going to make sure that these 2 buildings are on your list. Well, just the 1 building, I guess, is on your list. So that'll provide the extra kindergarten for these guys, so they don't have to complain about that. We may have a kindergarten issue over here, although I mean I have this one, but it's pretty full. There's a second one over here with no one in it. Is it because it can't be reached or what? The staff can reach it, so if the staff can reach it, then everyone else can reach it. So this one's almost full, pretty much full. And when this building then allows people to live there, we'll need another one, and that's when this one will kick in, so that's good. Over here we have a kindergarten for 100 and... I think this has the 270 capacity as well. Maybe? Or no. No, it doesn't. This is a smaller one. We're going to need another one in here too, I believe. This is a house of culture. We're going to need another kindergarten. We have a school here, a large school, but another kindergarten I think can't hurt. So how about we put right over by the train tracks, we're going to put another one of these too. I got to get into the mode of... should we just put a big one and be done with it? It's quite a bit more resources, but it's like twice the prefabs. I think I'm good with this little one. And we could place this one... You know, I think maybe we just take this walking path here out of here. We only had it so we could build this stuff, and now we have other connections here, I think, somewhere to build this. Right here, we can get in and then connect to that. Yeah, and then now they can get in through this anyway. But we can make another one. It's fine. Just go kindergarten. You know what? Whatever. Put a big one in. All right. Let's just do it. We're gonna put it right over here, like this. I think right here, like that. Now I think I think we may have a road that goes through here and connects here, because this is a delivery road for this. We do need some cars to be able to get in here, and I think that's probably what this is going to be. We'll have this road. Okay, or not. I autosaved. Yeah, this was supposed to be the other walking path. I don't know if we even need another one. Like this is, look at that long approach. Look at that. That's super cool. And this is all done too, with all the street lights and everything. It just all the way up to the front of that building. That's cool. I like how that looks a lot. Yep, all the way up to the front of that building. Probably gonna get rid of this tree just because it's a little bit disruptive to my view. All right, that's all it takes to get axed, is just being in my way. of my view. There we go. Like this. There we go. And then you just kind of, you're strolling up, you find it, you see the place, everything looks lovely all the way up to there. And then you can kind of see the pedestrians, they will go through this. So they just kind of work their way through that stop as if it's all one path. So that will happen too. I'm not sure about this one. I may remove this. I may remove this. We will see. But having this in here is going to be a good idea. So we'll just put this little walking path right here for now. Connect it there for just to do so. And then we can have, you know, these guys start working on this too. But it's not as big of a priority. We'll let the auto search take care of that, I guess. But yeah, we definitely want this. We definitely want this. Those are the 2 courthouses that we're building. And we want to see progress being made on these things as soon as possible. So that's the next thing on my list, because too many criminals. They're getting away with crimes, man. Yeah, this police station I think is close enough to respond here, especially with this being a main highway that they can go really quickly on. The one problem I'm going to run into, though, is that they have to go all the way around to access the building here. Right, so that's still a thing. So I probably will still need a police office. Like a small precinct over here. Probably. Which, if that's going to be a thing... you know what? It's fine. It's enough cops. It's okay. If we have to build another one, we'll build another one. We just have to make sure that it's in range of workers. You can't just plop the building anywhere. You have to make sure that workers can get there, and I don't really want to set up more bus routes. I probably have to. I just don't want to. I'm trying to fight that power right now. So there's no vehicles in here for the repairs. There's no inventory in here because we don't have anything hooked up for that. So distribution offices will need to start bringing stuff over here so that we can repair things. So these are covered hulls for this. They don't have any tasks. These covered hulls need something to do. So I'm going to assign them things to do. I know I had an idea of what to do with them before, but I don't have it in my memory at the moment. So I'm going to have to just look at it real quick and say, what was I going to do with you? And get them working again. But I need distribution offices to bring stuff over here, and I have some over here. I have some connections over here I can do to bring this supply and the supply we need for that over there. So we'll probably look at, you know, one of these distribution offices here could maybe do it, even though it's, I mean, there's extra vehicles just sitting here, so they could do it, right? They're not completely busy anymore. But well, I'll look to connect that stuff up. But guys, this is the game right now, okay? I'm gonna work on this more often if I can. I'm not making you any promises because I'm terrible at keeping them. But I will say that I want to give you more than one game or more than one video of the series a week. I will do my best to do that to make up for the weeks that I've missed. I want to have at least that average of 1 per week for the rest of the year, right? So I owe you some videos, and I'm conscious of that, and I'm gonna hold me to it, man. Keep at me, okay? We're gonna get you these videos, and we're gonna take this to the end of the year. We have a crime problem to solve, so that's happening right now. The nuclear plant, that's happening. Warstock getting up with more people so we can have more people building the rails. That's happening. The metro is still being built. Electrification of rail is a very slow process that I'm going to have to situationally do once I get the other crises solved. Okay? Still working on that, real slow in the background. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your patience. I hope that we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.